Hey, hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Amy. We are in for a bit of a wild ride, my friends. In this video, I make John's Christmas gift. It is more extra than it needs to be. I start watching Grey's Anatomy, and this one isn't really about reading at all, so I really hope you like it. I am somewhat of an extra human being when it comes to giving Christmas presents. I had this initial concept for John's Christmas gift, and what I was going to do was I was going to collage a deck of cards, which is 54 collages. I was about one suit into this process when I decided, you know what, that's not enough. And so I wanted to make something that linked the cards all together. And I created an entire fantasy world, and each of the cards that I'd collaged then represents a myth or a legend within that fantasy world. The world is called Elderglen, and I am hoping to be sharing some of the stories on Substack sometime soon. So if you are interested in that, I will definitely let y'all know where you can find it. So without further ado, I'm going to jump back to Amy of the past, who is still busy making the cards. This happened months ago. It is January for context. And I will read you an excerpt. I will read you the introduction to the book that I wrote. I wrote a whole book, Insanity, and you will get a slideshow of all of the cards. So let's get into it. Hello, good afternoon. It is currently Thursday, and I have started my crafting, and I am someone who feels like they need a background activity going on while they are doing the craft. Would my life be a little bit easier if I just focused on the task at hand? Probably, but I refuse. So I, for some reason, decided to start watching Grey's Anatomy. I feel like I am the only person in the history of ever who has yet to see a single episode of Grey's Anatomy. So I've started. I feel like I'm in the loop. I feel like I'm in the know, and it is so nostalgic. It is a show I've never seen, but the like 2000s TV show writing style that is present is just, it makes my heart so happy. I am someone who loves a procedural, and I've enjoyed medical shows from time to time. I watched House, I watched Chicago Med, and so I decided that we were going to tick Grey's Anatomy off of the list. We have started our craft. I am going to be starting on the new suit of cards today. So we're going to be working on the clubs. I have finished the diamonds, which is very hype. I will insert a photo of the diamonds all together. So I thought I would take a second to talk through my process. It's not much of a process, really. It's very much just measure with this. So I had a bunch of National Geographics. I've taken them apart. I've reordered them because I, for some reason, wasn't finding a nice flow with the magazines in like chronological order. I feel like putting different magazines together already makes play just a little more easier. So I've basically just grabbed a stack of pages, and I am currently just sorting through them. I am looking at the pages and determining what would be a good fit, like size wise. So something like that graphic over there would be a good size to put on a card, and that's really all I'm doing for right now. Once I have gone through my stack, we will start putting things together, and I'm really excited to do that. So we're gonna graft, we're gonna groove, we're gonna watch Grey's Anatomy. It's gonna be great. Hello there! I haven't properly updated this vlog since last week, and I was going to do an update yesterday, but I dropped my tripod, I broke off one of the legs, and I was distraught. But John, my champion of always, actually fixed it for me, so we're back in action. I think I always kind of underestimated how necessary a handyman is in your life. I am somewhat handy, and my family isn't all that handy. We're the family that calls the guy, we don't try and do it ourselves. But John is definitely a do-it-himself kind of person, and wow, my quality of life has actually increased. It's so cool. Anyway, last time we spoke, I think I told you I was about to start doing the spades. I believe I said clubs when I actually meant spades. I know the difference. I'm so sorry for misspeaking, but the spades are done. I finished all 13 of them, and so today we're moving on to the hearts. I'm starting to get a little bit frazzled. I'm not going to lie to you. I am really struggling to see collages. To be fair to myself, at this stage of the game, I have made 26 of them. And so I'm really just struggling to get new ideas and to put new pictures together, but we're just going to work through it. We're going to brute force our way through this craft. I'm so stressed about these stories. I think it would be a very cool addition to the gift, and I still really want to do it, but I need to finish it by Friday. I've only written 13 of the stories, and it's becoming a little bit stressful because I need to think of so many things at the same time, so many moving parts, right? I initially was going to do this digitally because I thought it would just be easier with the traveling and stuff, but then I thought to myself, no, actually, I'm writing a whole ass book. I'm going to get it printed. I was in discussion with a printing company. I was talking to one of the employees. He was being very fantastic, very helpful, very great. And then he let me know he'll probably only be able to get to it next year because the office is closing on the 12th and the actual product needs 3 to 5 days to actually do the printing. And so we're back to square one on the printing. But I think I'm going to make it, and then we'll figure out the printing later. I think we're going to take this one step at a time. I think we're going to make some more stuff, write some more stories, and then when I have the completed thing, we can think about printing. But for right now, I really need to get my ass into gear. I've been really enjoying Grey's Anatomy. I'm on season 2, episode 8. It's really trashy, but in the best way, and I really don't mean that as an insult to anyone who likes Grey's Anatomy. I'm actively having a really good time, but I do also think it's really cool for crafting because I think I'm actually physically watching about 30% of the show. Don't get me wrong, there are times where I drop everything just to see what's happening, but for the most part, I feel like you can kind of do something else in the background and stay on track with what's happening in the story. That's how I feel personally anyway. But I need to get crafting. I'm going to do that. I'm going to set you up somewhere else, and then we'll check in tomorrow. I need to do 10 cards today. That's the ideal. It's already 1:45 p.m. in the afternoon, and so we're being ambitious, but let's see what we can do. footage from the trenches ends there because I turned for the rest of that week into what I can only describe as a corporate wet dream. I woke up, I got to work until I went to bed, and then I repeated that process until I was done with the book. I had to take a mental health break the last Friday, the day of the actual deadline, because I was falling apart at the seams, quite frankly. But I did it. I have always wanted to write a book, and I managed to accomplish that goal. I never thought I would do so for a present, of all things. And I really hope that John knows that this is not being repeated again anytime soon. I am incredibly proud of this work of fantasy/fiction. I had a lot of fun putting it together. I will not be doing this to myself again under such incredible pressure and time constraints. But I wrote it. It's about 164 pages long, and as I said in the introduction, you now get to see every collage that I made, and I will read you the introduction to The Myths and Legends of Elderglen, my first ever book. I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Introduction to the Compendium of Elderglen Myths and Legends. Those who wander into Elderglen expecting quiet woods and obedient history soon learn the land has its own opinions. Its rivers mutter old promises beneath their breaths, its hills hoard songs that were never meant for mortal ears. Even its shadows sometimes pause, listening for footsteps they remember from centuries before. Elderglen is not a country in the ordinary sense. It behaves more like a living chronicle, a keeper of stories that refuse to sleep. This compendium gathers the oldest tales known to our scholars, archivists, and wanderers. Some of these accounts originated as fireside stories told by travelling shepherds. Others were taken from temple vaults, cracked tablets, moss-softened carvings, or the reluctant testimony of creatures who are only half inclined to speak. A few were found wandering alone, as stories sometimes do. Contained here are the storm walkers and song-fed gods, the midwives who step between worlds, a heart tree that waits to be woken. You will find records of the bell wardens and songs pulled from Silver Rain. Some tales contradict others, some end abruptly as if the storyteller was called away mid-sentence. Elderglen rarely allows its truth to travel in straight lines. Readers should expect enchantment, but also unease. Nothing in Elderglen is ever merely what it appears to be. Wishes leave bruises, bones sing, time folds like wet parchment. If you choose to read on, step lightly. Stories have long memories here, and they recognize those who listen closely. Welcome to Elderglen. May its legends treat you gently.